Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are starting off the view today with the Dixie on a monthly. I have not looked at anything yet all weekend, so I'm going to just go fresh off of what I see and I'm going to point it out as I see it. So, Dixie monthly chart, we are about to close in like a couple of days, probably like I think like Thursday, something like that next week. And this is a bullish engulfing monthly. I cannot be bearish on it. Ideally, I would like that to close above 103.75, like I've said in our previous videos. That would give me confidence that we are looking for upside into next week. Closing under that 103.75 gives us a 50-50 chance of going sideways and down into next. So that is the line in the sand I have for Dixie, and there's nothing else to discuss. 103.75, and right now it's looking bullish engulfing, but we have 3 days. If this rejects and closes underneath 103, then hey, next week we might get a test back into that $100 area, which I think is very unlikely. But if that happens, you will get some very nice upside on Bitcoin, ETH, and textiles. So just keep that in mind. And it is possible for it to come down again because you see I have this alert here, just in case I want to grind out this 55 EMA before continuation up. All right. So that's basically it on Dixie monthly. Weekly, you can see that 103.70 is going to be the deciding factor of us being above or below the EMAs of support. And next week, we can look for either continuation to the upside or basically grind out this level one more time all the way to like 102.50-ish. And then week after, we can try back again. So this week, we got to poke up. Bitcoin got to slap a little bit down. Now, the week after this closes next week, we can look for a pullback into support over here on this orange line around 102.50. That will give Bitcoin ETH a little bit of a dead cat bounce to the upside. And then the week after that, if we don't break down 102.50, we won't get a new local high. And if we hold 102.50 and try to break above 103.50, then we should be looking for our supports to break and look for a newer lower support on our Bitcoin ETH trades and so on moving forward. So just be aware of that moving forward. Other than that, let's just get out of here and go to the weekly on Bitcoin. Like I said, I just woke up. I'm gonna have a little bit of this coffee, get you guys all riled up for the weekend. Here is Bitcoin on a weekly. And this is something that, if you go back to our last video, I was talking about that, hey, we need to close above this 42 even. I think now it's at 42.50. So this week, if we close above 42.50, we can look for next week continuing into that level of 43.7, 43.8. And then what that will do is actually all the people who try to short the bottom, thinking that we're going to break down deeper, are all probably going to get pushed back out into a liquidity grab of the stop losses above us because of that harder rejection. You had another weekly grind of the lows, and this week that we're currently in, we actually went and tapped into the 21. That's like as cheap as things can usually get on a bullish uptrend. And that's what this week is trying to tell you is that somebody with a lot of money spent it, bought it back up. Whoever sold, there was buyer just waiting, got picked right back up. And then if it closes like this, then the week after, all the people who sold over here or all the people got liquidated, they're probably going to FOMO and then actually buy up top because of them realizing that the test of support is done. After that, it's the test of resistance. And yeah, if we go to 49.50K, anyone who's short in this range is probably gonna have to hit the stop, get the heck out button. This wick also was a liquidity grab of this wick over here, and this is why we had an idea of looking for resistance at 48K in the first place due to our fibs and EMA. So this is what we're waiting for today. Play it chill, 42, 250. If we close above it, good. If not, be a little bit defensive for a grab of liquidity to the downside to test our support as well. It'll shake out all the people who over leverage long. I, not gonna lie, I did take some profits on Bitcoin and ETH. I bought so many freaking coins these last 2 weeks, guys. Like the guy who used to talk about shitcoins on a regular, actually bought a bunch of shitcoins just because when Bitcoin goes sideways, the liquidity rotates out of Bitcoin and ETH when they're going sideways because of boredom of other traders, and they jump into altcoins. And I was watching Total 3 rise, so I was like, okay, let's go look for some coins. We found some great projects, getting good interest with future developments coming already, like announced. So the hype is there. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Uh, one thing I will advise is don't every bull run, there's a period where people jump into altcoins and they regret it because of impermanent loss. Bitcoin and ETH, this bull run will probably have as much love, if not more, than the altcoins because Bitcoin is doing a lot of uh, new things such as inscriptions. So that is like blowing up right now, token inscriptions. And ETH is got roll-ups right now. L2s that are coming out on ETH that will be helping Bitcoin and ETH congestion and transaction fees in the long run because they will make it cheaper for these on-chain interactions to be basically pushed up to the chain later, so you don't have to keep paying fees for every push of the data. So that's going to be something that is going to be pushing Bitcoin and ETH narratives up. Also, ETH is going to be getting its ETF. Almost 100% certain ETH is going to get an ETF. Who knows what other alts like Ripple might get one as well. But for sure, ETH is getting one within the next, like, I think 3 to 6 months. And that should be a bullish factor. Probably going to be opposite of sell the news event, honestly, because Bitcoin and ETH ETF were like the only two events for like bringing liquidity in. After that, people are just going to be like hoarding. So just be aware of that. There's a lot of airdrops coming to Bitcoin and ETH due to inscription tokens on Bitcoin, like bitmaps, rats, sats, etc. And on ETH, there's going to be a lot of airdrops coming for those L2s. So if you're staking on Eigenlayer, for example, you're going to be making a lot of money, like 3, 4 figures is possible in this bull run just from your interest and dividend airdrops coming. So that alone will make other people who have been on the sidelines follow in and ape in at any price because they're not going to be coming in just to buy the coin. They're going to be coming in for the hype of like airdrops and interest and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just be aware that that's going to be the narrative of the bull run. Yeah, it's going to be AI coins, but it's going to be like interoperable chains like Atom having like 10 coins being dropped to people just for holding Atom and staking. Same thing's happening with Celestia. Same thing is happening with Kujira. Same thing's happening with uh, Awala, the new meme coin on Atom. So what I'm trying to say is like, if you guys think this is top, it's not top. This is just correction. We are going to be bringing in so much freaking money into the markets that coins that are around 500 million market cap, they have the opportunity to go to like 2, 3 billion. So that's looking at like 3 to 5xing your potential initial investment without leverage. So like 300 to 500% gains guaranteed almost if you are in the markets and aware of what you're doing in crypto this bull run, you can make easily 50 to $100,000 just being a part of it. Uh, for an example, people were airdropped around $40,000 of I think it was I forgot what coin, but it just came out and they made that much just for clicking a few buttons to participate in their social network. Aptos. There you go, Aptos. So, I mean, stuff like that, you guys need to be aware. And that's basically what I'm trying to do to the channel. I'm going to be bringing a bunch more altcoin videos and I'm going to be giving you guys good tea on it so you guys have proper entry and exit opportunities. And moving on to that, basically, we'll see what other opportunities come if Bitcoin and ETH keep going sideways. So there's not going to be a day where we're just sitting around doing nothing. Right now, I'm currently setting up nodes, validator nodes, to test nets. So a lot of coding, a lot of programming, but hey, learn something new every day. Aside from that, Bitcoin, we're looking for a close above 42,250 for continuation into that I want to say like 45K test and then 4950-ish. Okay, if 48K gets close above on a daily open and close. If you get 45K daily open and close above that, you should be looking for that 48 to 50. If you get the daily close under 48, 2K today, you should be assuming, hey, we might go test back into 39.5-ish, maybe even 39. Okay, and that should be happening around Monday because I hate Mondays. So just be aware of that into Monday. And that's basically all we have on Bitcoin on the weekly. If you go look at 4 hour time frame, you can see that we're above all the EMAs after actually testing it. And the support is there with all the EMAs crossing above our support of around 41,000. 41,000 is very, very solid support. And then if you want to go even higher than that, 41.5. So until we lose 41.5 on a 4 hour open and close to the downside, I'm not looking for lower. And that I can say is the possibility of this inverse head and shoulder playing out right here. And this is on Bitcoin. So if this inverse head and shoulder plays out and you start getting 4 hour open and closes above that 42.9, I mean, the likelihood of you going testing into 45K is very, 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 very high. Okay. Maybe just under 45K into like 44, 4. But yeah, 45K is a stone throw away at that point. And you're kind of building to that momentum into the 4 hour close. So just be aware of all of that moving forward on Bitcoin. Now let's go to ETH. I know I'm rambling and taking forever. Here is ETH on a weekly time frame. A little bit rougher than Bitcoin because Bitcoin had the wick to the bottom and is actually having a bullish buyback. ETH is actually had the wick and got bought up, but it's still selling off. So ETH is in a bearish posture. And Bitcoin is in a bullish posture. If ETH closes under 2300, I'm looking for ETH to go test into 2100 next week. If you go to the daily, daily also has red EMA under yellow EMA, meaning the possibility of this being resistance is there. The only way I can say upside is possible is that if we get that 4 hour open and close above 2300 again. Until we have a 4 hour open and close above 2300, likelihood of us going and testing into the, I want to say like 2100 is very, very possible. So just be aware that this is looking like a head and shoulder distribution. ETH is looking like a distribution on the daily, and Bitcoin is looking like inverse head and shoulder. Meaning people who rotated out of Bitcoin to ETH are looking like they're getting out of ETH now and rotating right back into Bitcoin. Do you guys see this inverse head and shoulder? Like, do I need to draw this? See, here's the shoulder, here's the head, and then here's your Quasimodo shoulder that I've been telling you guys in videos. Once this neckline breaks, you should be getting this one-to-one extension. So that's why I say this was a bull flag pullback just to grind out support. See, the point of this is to go right back here and probably take out this high. So the way this is looking, in my opinion, Sunday, today, the new weekly candle open, Dixie might get a slap down, and Bitcoin ETH might get that push up, like I was saying when I was looking at Dixie. So just be aware of this moving forward. I'll try to screenshot this for you guys on the Discord, so you guys can keep an eye on this and the levels um, moving forward. Let me go to ETH real quick. I'm gonna do a quick doodle on there. So you see this. The way I see this is here's your neckline. Okay, here's your shoulder. One. Here's your head. Here's your head. Okay. Then here's your Quasimodo shoulder for the leg down. Here's your neckline. If this breaks, which it's doing it already. I mean, I want to make sure that I'm not trying to like scare you guys or anything, but the possibility of this happening is there. And I was looking for 21, but this is like giving you measured move all the way back to this order block over here, to 1800-ish. So just be aware of this. That's all I can say for now. I don't know what kind of shenanigans is going to be happening into the CME Open, but that's something to be aware of. Also, all the members on Friday, I told you guys about the CME gap. We were at $1,000 gap on Bitcoin, and I screenshotted everything to you guys. That gap is now filled. So don't be looking for that long scalp from 41,000 to 42. We already did it now. So if anyone who's shorted over there is probably going to be crying. They're going to be probably getting out of it. And yeah, this is what I am seeing on Bitcoin and ETH. I'm going to go to a quick 4 hour. Yeah, even 4 hour is kind of iffy because you're grinding the support line. If you can't get above 2300, which I said already, on a 4 hour open and close, more than likely you're going to be testing into that 22 to maybe even 21. That's all I can say for now. You guys can see that this parallel channel, bull flag, is failing. See that? So you want this inverse head and shoulder to play out. There is a little inverse head and shoulder right here. Here's your shoulder, here's your head, here's your ugly shoulder here. So that's why I'm saying I'm not giving this uh, full on like confidence that this is dumping because Bitcoin is looking for the upside. So if this can just get above 2300 and a few candle closes after that get above that 2350 to 24, it will actually swing these EMAs around, and then this will be that last accumulation inverse head and shoulder for this bull flag channel to break out. And you see this little blue line here, this midline. The midline was before support holding us up, and then right over here the midline crossed and this became our resistance, and we're fighting the midline right here. So what you want to see when this kind of stuff happens is a triangle consolidation, flat bottom, lower highs for that squeeze breakout of that last right shoulder to the top of the channel, claim it and higher. And if you want, you could even prove it by doing a volume profile, and you could see here is your value area low and point of control. If you're above it, that's good for you to go test into your value area high all the way up here. I gave you a white level before that because of this big triangle. If you see it here, what this happened here, this was a triangle that actually pushed us down. It was a bearish order block from here all the way to here. See this triangle? This is what got shorted. And this is why they pushed it here, tested the breakdown, failed, and then you squeeze into another triangle to break down here. Now you're making an inverse triangle. You're making one of these triangles. Goes like this, because you had that wick bottom. You're making it like this. You're squeezing all the price action up, and then it's going to pop out. Because people are probably shorting here as well, thinking we're going to break down, but they don't realize what's really occurring. They're the ones who fuel this rise up. So that is basically all I have for you guys today. A lot of rambling, a lot of doodling. But you know what? It makes it easier for you guys to see what's going on in my head. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to join the Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow, such as our MEXC link. We do all our trading there because of basically zero fees, especially if you use limit orders. So hint, use it if you're a scalper. Aside from that, guys, yeah, if you're interested in trading with me live, feel free to join the Discord link. If you are a member of the YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get these videos as soon as they come out, so you can have a plan ready for trading before the candles open and close. Aside from that, guys, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.